Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, today I want to do some first impressions on some clothing items. I got all this stuff from campingsurvival.com, and I wanted to try out a couple different things for different reasons, and I'll obviously explain each one. But first thing I want to start off with was these socks. I was extremely interested in trying these. These are supposed to be 100% waterproof. And after trying them, they are. They're 100% waterproof socks. Now, when I first tried them on, it feels a little bit different than a regular sock. These are the extra large size, and there's just a little bit of wiggle room in these. Right now I'm wearing an 11.5 size shoe, so you know, to give comparison for size reference. But it's a really interesting sock. Like, the outside is very comfortable, and the inside is also a very comfortable material, but there's kind of a rubbery type material in between. And you know, when you have the sock on, it definitely feels a little bit different. It feels a little bit, I guess, stiffer, I can say. But it is still comfortable to wear, still has a good amount of stretch and give, and it is 100% waterproof. I actually filled my bathtub up with water, got in there with the socks, right, stepped around a little bit. The outside material kind of, it stays a little bit wet. It feels almost like it's sopping wet or soaking wet, but it's just that thin layer that's on the outside. When I got out, I dried the outside of the socks off, and they still felt a little bit damp or whatever, so I didn't think it was going to work. And then I took them off, and my feet were completely dry. So this does actually work. It's 100% waterproof socks. Pretty interesting. However, I didn't wear them long term yet, just playing around, wearing them around the house. And obviously, like I said, testing them in water. I'm really curious to see how these last, you know, with, you know, if I wear them for a couple hours in a boot, obviously your feet sweat. You know what I mean? And I don't know how that's going to, you know, what that's going to do for my feet. I don't know if because they're waterproof, it's going to keep more moisture inside my sock. You know, are my feet going to be extra sweaty because of that? I don't really know. But it's just nice to know that I do have an option if I'm going to go out in some boots, and especially really muddy conditions. My feet aren't going to get, you know, wet from an outside source. But like I said, are they going to get more wet from the sweat? I don't really know. So I'll let you know as soon as I get more use on this, and maybe eventually do a review on it. But that was the first thing I was really interested in trying. The next thing were some BDU shorts. Now, these are Digi-Camo. And the idea for these was I wanted to be able to wear these now before winter really hits. It starts getting really cold, and then obviously wear them again in the springtime. I wanted something, I'm kind of changing my whole wardrobe, and maybe I'll do another video about this in the future, but I wanted to, because I had a bunch of stuff I just wasn't wearing. I literally had maybe 50 or 60 t-shirts, I had a bunch of pants, and I didn't really rotate through all my clothes. So I donated a ton of clothes, and I really consolidated my wardrobe into just things I know I'm going to wear, you know? So I wanted kind of a rugged pair of shorts, and obviously BDUs are as rugged as it gets, right? I believe all these clothes are a Rothco brand. But what I found was interesting is that with the BDUs, if you don't know, they come in, you know, their size chart or whatever is kind of a bigger span of sizes. For example, right now I'm wearing a size 42 waist, and this is an extra large regular. The extra large regular goes from a 39 to a 43. Now, even though I'm wearing a 42 waist, you know, for pants and shorts and stuff, and this is supposed to go to a 43, this barely fits me. It is extremely tight. So the good part of that, even though I can't wear them right now, obviously I'm going to continue to lose weight before spring hits. So they'll fit me in spring. I just don't know how baggy they're going to be. But what's nice is that there's a, you know, they cinch down on both sides. So even if there was a little bit of bagginess, I can definitely, you know, fold this over and cinch them down and get down all the way to a 39 waist. So, you know, and so basically my point is that if you're ordering these BDU shorts, they do run a little bit small, at least from my experience so far. Speaking of sizes, I also got two like military style shirts, and they're the ones that have like the pockets on the arms. I found that the body fit me absolutely perfect, but the arms are way too big. They were too long, and they were also just way too baggy. I know it's supposed to, you know, compensate for if you have stuff in the pockets on your arms and stuff, but those are going to end up going back because, like I said, they're just too baggy in the arms. The next thing, though, that I got, which I'm very happy with, is this concealed carry vest. Now, I got this in a khaki color or a tan color because I have full intentions of using this for fishing. That's why I got this, is when I go fishing, I want to be able to carry my gun. I didn't want to have to worry about carrying it in my waistband or anything, or any kind of holster situation. Plus, I just wanted a nice vest for fishing. This has tons of different pocket options. It's actually really awesome, but if I open this up, you can see that we have two magazine pouches on top here. Okay, which obviously you can use for other things too. If you don't put mags in there, you put multi-tools, flashlights, whatever you want. And then we have this large pocket on the bottom with the Velcro patch on the corner. Okay, so it's a tearaway. So if you need to, if you're obviously pulling your gun out, and this does fit a full-size firearm, but if you're pulling it out and it snags or whatever, it's just going to tear away, so you don't have any restrictions. So you're not going to get hung up with your firearm. But of course, this is on both sides, so it doesn't matter if you're righty or lefty. You can situate your gun on either side, and you can have up to 4 magazines, which is really nice. Now, the reason I got this, again, besides fishing, is I thought maybe if I'm doing some kind of a hike or something, I do have another option to be able to carry a firearm. Even if I was going to, go out in, like right now, fall, as it starts getting a little bit cooler, or even in the spring when it's a little bit cool, I can layer this up. I can wear a long sleeve shirt, put the vest on over, and still have a carry option. So, thought that was a good idea. But I mean, so far I only used it once going fishing. I loved it. It was great. This really breaks up the pattern of the gun. There's no way you can even see there's a gun in there, and that's me not even utilizing these pockets on the outside. It carried very well. With a full-size gun, I was carrying the Beretta M9 with a full magazine and everything. It is heavy. You do feel it there. I would imagine if I put magazines on the other side, it would kind of balance the weight out a little bit more. But very nice, huge pocket on the back here. I mean, just tons of different, pocket options. And obviously, if you're not, concealed carrying, if you were considering something like this for fishing, you could just use those inside pockets for other gear if you wanted to. But really like this a lot. They do have all the colors. I was actually, after I got this and I tried it on, I'm thinking maybe in the future to get a black one, so that this would be specifically for fishing, and then the black one I can wear out and about. Because I mean, I definitely prefer black over the tan just to wear out. I got the tan obviously because it's a fishing thing, I guess, or it seems a more appropriate color for fishing. But yeah, I like the vest a lot. I will use that more to maybe eventually do a review on it, or at least give you guys an update on what I think of it. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk about was this coat. I am completely in love with this coat. All right, this is absolutely perfect. I can't give you a full shot here. I'll put links down in the description box if you want to see how these things actually look, since you're not getting much of a picture here in this video. But first off, the fit is absolutely perfect. It is extremely warm. It's very well made too. It's got a double zipper, so especially in the wintertime, a lot of times I don't like driving with my jacket on because it puffs up. When you have a double zipper, you can unzipper the bottom so that the actual bottom of the coat can spread open so you don't have it bunching up in your face. This is amazing if you're sitting down with the jacket on. Oftentimes, even going to restaurants, if it's cold in there in the wintertime, I don't want to take my coat off, but a lot of times I do, because when I sit down, the whole thing puffs up in my face. It's really annoying. So having a double zipper is a big deal, but this coat, the main purpose is this is also a concealed carry coat. And again, same deal. We have 2 large magazine pouches and, of course, a spot for your gun. This also has a tearaway. It is a bigger run of Velcro, which I like a little bit more. This is a small little patch on the vest, but it's a bigger run, so it's going to support that gun even more. And it's on both sides, again, for lefty or righty, depending on where you're holding your gun, where you're keeping your extra magazines. Obviously, for me, I'm going to do a cross draw. All right, so I'm keeping my gun on my left side. I'm also keeping my magazines on my right side. Okay, so I can cross draw to grab the firearm, and if I need to get a new magazine, cross draw the other way for the actual mags. Now, because I'm not utilizing the top 2 pockets for magazines, I'm also going to carry a full-size Leatherman there, as well as a flashlight. So I'll be completely decked out in my coat. I don't have to worry about that on my body. And it really frees me up in the wintertime. I don't have to worry about the holster, which is going to be really nice. I mean, I may still carry the Kel-Tec just as a backup, because it weighs practically nothing. But it really frees me up for pants pockets and things like that. Especially because I want to start wearing some more like jeans. I've been so used to wearing just cargo pants, cargo shorts. I mean, just tons of stuff, tons of pockets. And getting some of that gear off my body and putting it in my coat, my jacket, is a really, really awesome option. Now, obviously, if I'm going to be wearing my jacket, that's great. If I'm going inside somewhere and I'm taking my jacket off, I don't want to take it off and leave my gun and all my gear on a coat rack somewhere. You know what I mean? So I have to really kind of think ahead of what I'm going to be doing and plan accordingly. If I know I'm going to be wearing my jacket to get inside somewhere, I'm going to be inside for a long period of time, then obviously I'm going to wear something like a holster and a separate gun. Or if I wear the Kel-Tec, I can leave that on me and leave the jacket in the car or something like that. Just depends. It's very situational. Anyway, I just really, really love this coat. It is extremely warm, perfect fit. Also, like I said, Rothco brand. Just absolutely love it. Wore it 2 times now, and I cannot say more things about this. There's a nice zippered pocket. This is also a lined pocket, like a fleece lined pocket. Okay, so you keep your hands nice and warm. But if you do put stuff in there, money, gear, whatever, it does zip shut, so it's not going to fall out on you. Just awesome. And in the $70 range, so extremely affordable for a nice winter coat. So that pretty much just covers it for now. Just wanted to mention a couple things. Biggest thing, if you're ordering BDUs, order them, you know, because I feel like they're definitely you know, running small in the sizes. I would order a bigger size than you think you need. You can always cinch it down, but obviously if it's too small, you're not gonna be able to wear it. As well as the shirts. You know, I really like the shirts. They're very cool, but the arms are just too baggy and too long. You know what I mean? I don't have abnormally short arms or anything. It's just the cuff goes, like, you know, halfway up my hand, and like I said, they're just way too puffy. There's too much material on the arms. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have those, if you have the Rothco like military style shirts, let me know how they fit you. You know, who knows? Maybe I do have abnormally small arms, but only other clothes fit fine. But anyway, that's it. Just wanted to let you guys know what I thought of the stuff, kind of first impressions. Coat, absolutely amazing, off the charts. If you're looking for a winter coat, especially for concealed carry, even again, if you don't conceal carry, those are just extra pockets for gear. You could put your cell phone in there if you wanted to, whatever, flashlights, multi-tools, knives. Doesn't have to be all about the gun thing. So let me know down below if you guys have any suggestions or recommendations for good concealed carry clothing options. Just trying to kind of minimize my wardrobe a little bit and get some different carry options. But yeah, just wanted to give you my first impressions on this stuff. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.